Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles. I want to welcome you guys to the conversation. So, I know there's a lot going on in the NBA. The season just started. So many great storylines that are taking place. So, I just wanted to do this video because I had the idea from just seeing what happened last night in the association. So, today I want to ask you guys a question. The question is, do you think it's possible that Kyrie Irving can lead the league in scoring this season? So, if you guys don't know, the Nets had their opening game last night where they played against, I believe it was, the Timberwolves. And that game ended up going to overtime, and Kyrie Irving ended up scoring 50 points in his Nets opening debut. Now, for a lot of reasons, it was really exciting. Number one, as a Jersey kid coming back home to play in front of his home crowd and all of that stuff, there was excitement for that. Of course, all of the turmoil that happened last season in Boston, and we didn't really get a chance to see Kyrie Irving really at the peak of his powers because I think he was playing with too much talent, quite frankly. They had too many people that wanted the ball, too many scorers on the team, and it was really hard for him to really show what he could do as an individual scorer. But now, with Kevin Durant not being around, he's going to be missing majority of the season because of his Achilles tear that he had. So Kyrie Irving sort of has, the green light to be the number one offensive scoring option, at least until Kevin Durant comes back. And then I guess the two of them will now alternate who's going to be the leading scorer on different nights. But yesterday, it was electrifying. The way he was hitting shots from all over the court, especially his mid-range, his ball handling ability. I mean, we all know this about Kyrie. We're not breaking any news here. He is an unbelievable talent when it comes to scoring the ball on the offensive side, and he's one of the greatest finishers under the rim. That's under maybe 6'5". He's not. Obviously, MJ was incredible with his acrobatic finishes under the rim and the way he could finish on both sides of the rim. But MJ would usually also finish over you. He would finish over contact, whereas Kyrie is really adept at scoring, at finishing under contact with different layups, either with the right hand or the left hand, and all of these really acrobatic finishes that he's known for. And we all saw him on full display when the Cleveland Cavaliers were in the finals going up against the Golden State Warriors, and he was absolutely electrifying. So we all knew this about him, but what he did last night was pretty historic. With his 50-point as a season opener, it was one of the greatest 50-point games ever. And just to show you what the company that it put him in, so other players that actually had a 50-point plus performance on an opening night of the NBA season, you got Wilt Chamberlain, who scored 56 points in 1962. Right after him, MJ himself in 1989, he scored 54. Then Elgin Baylor in 59, he scored 52. And then Kyrie in 2019 with 50. Anthony Davis in 2016 did it with 50. And MJ did it in 1986 with a 50-point opener, a 50-point game for opening the season. So the question is, can he actually lead the league in scoring? Well, I think his only rival to be able to really take that crown from him is going to be James Harden. We all know that James Harden loves to score the ball. He also plays the same position that Kyrie Irving does, which is the point guard. So his usage rate is going to be really, really, really high. The only difference is Kyrie Irving doesn't have a second All-Star. James Harden does, and Russell Westbrook. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting if he still ended up leading the league in scoring. Last season he averaged 36 points a game. Granted, he had, I think, one of the highest usage rates of all time, but he did score 36 points a game. Is he going to be able to do that this season? If he does, I think it's going to be to the detriment of Russell Westbrook, because if he's putting up that many shots in a game, what's the reason for having Russell Westbrook on the court? Is he just another Chris Paul? So I don't think that, one, because of the relationship that those two players have in Houston, that James Harden is going to feel the need to take on so much of the offensive burden. Russell Westbrook has averaged 30 points a game in his career, so he has a bona fide scorer with him. So I think if Russell Westbrook is averaging maybe 23, 24 points a game, it's going to be really hard for James Harden to go ahead and average, 36. So that doesn't mean that he doesn't have a shot. I just think that he's the only real competition to stand in the way of Kyrie Irving. But with him dropping 50 points, granted it was an overtime game, but we all know Kyrie Irving has the ability to score from anywhere, and I think his career high was 57 points that he scored in a game. This was early on in his career, and now he's a much more seasoned player. Obviously his offensive capabilities have improved, you know, with his skill set and the way he scores and all these different things. So I think Kyrie stands a really good chance to lead the league in scoring. And although he didn't win the game, they asked him yesterday, you know, what he felt about the game, and he said, you know, the job wasn't done. Yes, you know, so that's 50 just goes into another few numbers that it holds value, but not really when you don't get a win. So obviously, I don't think Kyrie's just playing to score a bunch of points this season. I think he also wants to win. I think the Brooklyn Nets are definitely going to make it into the Eastern Conference playoffs. I don't think there's any doubt about that. My question is, though, does Kyrie Irving stand a really good chance at leading the league in scoring? So that's what I want to know from you guys today. Do you think that Kyrie Irving is going to lead the league in scoring, or do you think it's going to be somebody else? If you think it's going to be somebody else, please let me know who you think that player is. Is it James Harden? Is it Kawhi Leonard? Is it Paul George? Whoever it is, Anthony Davis, whoever that player is, please let me know who you think is going to lead the league in scoring if it's not Kyrie Irving. If you do think it is him, is going to lead the league, please let me know why you think so in the comment section below, because the comments that you guys give us are very, very useful. We get a lot of inspiration from them, and I actually learn a lot from the feedback that we get from you guys when you comment on the video. So please let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for some more of our, you know, new and hottest content. Once again, this is Charles here from DreamersPro, wishing you guys an amazing week and welcome to the NBA season. Peace.